Urban Artificial Intelligence Strategic Thinking Media Platform. Big Meech released, man. Big Meech free. He is released, man. We're gonna get into some of the details, but let me just say this and get right into it, man. Is this the culture nowadays? As soon as somebody is released, we get the snitch allegations. Yes, I gotta talk about it. I gotta cover it. This is not my favorite thing to talk about. I had some people in the comments in some videos that I've done in the past about the whole snitching allegations. This is something that is a conversation, y'all. All right, these are public figures, so that's what comes with the territory, man. When people go to prison, when they get locked up, the snitching allegations is something that in the urban culture, in the hip hop community, that is what people address. That's just what it is. I'm just here relaying information and giving y'all the news that I know. All right, now we know Big Meech locked up since 2005, locked up since 2005 from the whole BMF movement. um we have somebody who came forward and they said Big Meech cooperated and told on them. Now they say it out their mouth. This person comes forward and his daughter. Y'all gonna hear it out of their mouth once I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So stick around for that. I'd rather y'all just hear it from them. I'd rather y'all hear the story from them. And moving forward, when I make videos, then I'll expand on it a little bit more. But the first time I cover this, y'all need to hear from them and what they saying. It don't matter what I say. Listen to what they say. All right. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about before I got into that, Blue Da Vinci spoke on this, and I'm gonna make another video about that. Blue Da Vinci spoke on this on Cam Capone News. We've had some other people. I think Brian Glaze Gibbs spoke on it. Some other people a while ago. They said that they thought Big Meech was cooperating when news about his possible coming home, his possible touchdown date, when that first started surfacing. I think it was Brian Glaze Gibbs. A couple of other people had made videos about this years ago. Blue Da Vinci spoke on it. And the issue that I have with this is there has really been no concrete paperwork for this. Now, the way that they claim, and I'm not saying he did or didn't, I do not know. I'm relaying the news to y'all. Urban Artificial Intelligence Strategic Thinking Media Platform. The way that they said Big Meech cooperated was through a third-party cooperation. This is a co-defendant saying this out of his mouth. Y'all hang around until I'm done for that. But that is what he said. I'm just laying the groundwork for it. All right. That's something that he said. That's also something that Blue Da Vinci has spoke about a while ago. What do y'all think about this? And again, Blue Da Vinci came out and said nobody's going to care about this on Cam Capone News. He said nobody's going to care about this. People's going to get back to partying. People's going to get back to doing their thing. They want to be around Meech. Meech is a legend. If Meech did tell, which I don't know if he did or didn't, if he did tell, Blue Da Vinci said no one will care. All right. So before we get into this, let's go to the urban AI. So now let's go to urban AI and figure out what's going on. Urban AI is composed of Microsoft Copilot, Chat GPT, Amazon Alexa, and some other AI programs to factor in different results and give me different information on different topics. All right. So urban AI, is Big Meech free?
Yes, Big Meech, Demetrius Flannery, has been released from federal prison and is currently in a halfway house. He is expected to be fully released and back home by January 27, 2026. This early release was granted after a reduction in his sentence. It's a significant change for him after spending many years in prison.
Okay, all right, y'all heard it right there. Now, why was his sentence reduced? Why was Big Meech's sentence reduced?
Big Meech's sentence was reduced by 3 years earlier this year due to a combination of factors. His lawyers argued that he had maintained good behavior and made efforts toward personal development while in prison. This included obtaining his GED and staying out of trouble. Additionally, changes in the U.S. sentencing guidelines, which revised drug quantity and quality tables, played a role in the reduction. It's a significant reduction, and it seems like he used his time in prison to focus on personal growth and transformation.
Did Big Meech cooperate in order to get his sentence reduced? Did Big Meech tell? Did he work with the police or the government in any way, shape, or form? Let me know.
There is no public information or credible sources indicating that Big Meech cooperated with the federal government by providing information against others in exchange for his sentence reduction. His sentence was reduced primarily due to his good behavior in prison and efforts toward personal development, such as obtaining his GED. It seems like he focused on improving himself while incarcerated, which contributed to the reduction in his sentence. Do you think this was a fair outcome?
All right, so that's that right there. But the main thing that I want to say in this video before I let y'all hear it from Big Meech, co-defendant, and his daughter, the main thing that I want to say is what is going on in these times today where it's just the snitching allegations are crazy. It's no paperwork. It's some things going on with Bimmy that I'm gonna make some content about. It's just a lot of accusations. There's a lot of snitch accusations against people, and there's very little evidence. All right, this didn't used to be the thing. This didn't used to be a thing. If you didn't have paperwork, you couldn't call somebody a snitch. Now there's almost like folklore tales of people telling. There's no really concrete, solid evidence. Now, some paperwork did surface, y'all, but this paperwork does not say if Big Meech knew this individual was an informant. You're going to see what I mean by that if you stick around and listen to the co-defendant and his daughter at the end. But and some people are saying that this is paperwork. Y'all let me know. I don't know. I don't know the rules anymore. It's almost like they change with certain circumstances and certain individuals. I don't know if this paperwork would stand. I don't know. You asking the wrong guy. I'm just relaying the news, and I'm letting y'all know what I think. It's my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. The paperwork that I'm gonna show, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Y'all gonna see it. Once you watch the end of this video, you're gonna understand it's all gonna come together, and y'all tell me what y'all think about the paperwork, man. Urban Artificial Intelligence, strategic thinking media platform. Get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about snitching with paperwork, with no paperwork, ghost snitching or third party snitching. All this stuff is crazy, man. Urban Artificial Intelligence, strategic thinking media platform. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I'm Tamara Gatling. I'm making this recording in regards to my dad. He's Dion Gatling. Most people know him as Cuffy. But I wanted to make this recording so I can shed light on some facts. My dad was set up by one of his best friends, which is Demetrius Flannery, also known as Big Meech. My dad and Meech have been friends for 30 years plus. I've known Meech my whole life. I look at him like an uncle. Like, this situation has been completely devastating on so many different levels, and there's still so many questions that aren't answered. At this point, I can only shed light on what I know for sure to be facts, and hopefully one day I will have the complete truth. But in 2011, around that time, Meech reached out to my dad in regards to creating a BMF movie. So Meech hooked my dad up with a woman named Tammy Cohens. At the time, Tammy was Meech's power of attorney. Also, she owned the life rights. So my dad was working with Meech, Tammy, T, basically trying to work on a movie deal. So finally arrested my dad and we received the discovery. He knew exactly who CS1 was, and he told me and my mom that it was Tammy Cohen's. At that time, we really did not want to believe. We wanted to give Meech the benefit of the doubt. It was really, really hard to believe that Meech would set my dad up. It was almost unbelievable. So we were able to like reach out, get a message to Meech, and basically let him know that Tammy was an informant. We later received a message from him saying that it had to be a misunderstanding. Just call her, she'll straighten this out, so on, so on. And at this time, my dad was like, I'm not dumb. I'm not about to call an informant.
Sosa and myself, we all before all of that. You feel me?
Right.
Sosa is a day one nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And see, Meech, I'm the first nigga put $1 million in his pocket. He never seen that till he came to the loot. You feel me?
I heard
He never
about you,
seen
dog.
that.
I heard you was just an
All that,
outstanding
yeah,
dude, man. Take care of your business, and your reputation in a good way preceded itself. So I understand now, based on from what we've dealt with and seen with this whole thing with Tammy, man. Speak on that for me if you can, because it's perplexing.
Well, what they did, what Meech and Tammy did is called because you're not in the system. Thank God you're not. I hate to see brothers in this system. But brothers who are familiar with this system, this is a nasty, nasty system. What Meech and Tammy did was called a third-party cooperation. What happened was...
This call is from a federal prison.
Originally, I was put with Tammy. I paid for the script. I paid $250,000. That's my script. That's why 50 when he came in, because we put a assistant deceased order in through my attorney. That's why they couldn't do a motion picture. That's why you didn't see the BMF story on the big screen. So 50 ran it through that star shit that he run that other corny shit that he do. So what happened was, homie, was I wasn't even the original target. They wanted to get a little Mexican. He's actually a cartel member out of L.A. named Suarez. You'll see his name in the paperwork, Fidel Suarez. He was their initial target. You feel me?
Right.
He was their initial target. But with me calling in while they were trying to set up Fidel Suarez, she clicked over and told the agents who was listening to her and Suarez, hold on, this is Cuff. And when they heard the name Cuff, they went fucking crazy. And that's when her and Meech turned the scheme toward me. You feel me? So what it did was, this is what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to give Meech a time cut for her cooperation and set me up. But also, it kills two birds with one stone. It puts me in jail, and now they don't have to split any of the revenue with me. My buddy and my partner along with me his name is Louis Burrell. That's MC Hammer's big brother.
That's who Tammy was coming out here to see.
That was me.
And I'm gonna tell you the year. That was 2015. No, that was like 14.
Way earlier than that. It started way earlier than that. Way earlier than that. Around 2010, homie. Way earlier than that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we gotta go way back.
We put $50 million on the table through Lionsgate Films, through Louis Burrell's Connect. Because Louis is the nigga, he a bait nigga out there, but he fucks around. He really fucks around in the music tip, but he also fucks around in the movie industry up there. Now, what we did not know is why Tammy would turn down that deal with me and Louis Burrell getting 20% of that budget. You understand what I'm saying? For a finder's fee. So what ended up happening was we didn't know that they had other plans and that she was sleeping with the feds and that they would put me off in prison and run away with my script and don't have to give me anything. So it was supposed to give Meech a time cut and knock me out of my percentage, me and Louis Burrell out of our percentage for the finder's fee with Lionsgate's film. Well, Lionsgate, when Louis went, so they backdoored us. Lionsgate shot it down when Louis Burrell wasn't no longer a part of it. You feel me?
Right.
So Tammy's whole thing fell apart. Meech couldn't get a time cut because they found out Tammy has no credibility. Because when you can't have a relationship with a federal agent, now you have no credibility. So they thing blew up. They thing fell all the way apart and blew up. That's why Meech didn't get a time cut. But Tammy testified in open court that she signed up to be a DA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
This call is from a federal prison.
Special Agent Keith Cromer testified that Demetrius Flannery knew about this whole thing, but he just wanted to keep his name out of the documents. The special agent told Flannery that he could not do that. He could only do that if Cuff don't go to trial. And with Cuff's record, he can't afford to go to trial. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
But in the midst of all of this, she ends up flipping on the special agent Keith Cromer, and their whole deal went in the trash. So that's why we're at the point to where we're at now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long does your relationship go back with Meech, Cuff? How long have you known him? What you guys go
1990,
back?
1990, homie. 1990. My beautiful daughter that you talk with, my son, and my other daughter, they look at this nigga, call this nigga uncle, homie.
Now, from my understanding, you guys reached out to him when the paperwork came down. She said that you knew who the CI was, and you told her and her mom, and you guys sent a message to Meech. What was his response when this stuff came down, and you were like, "Yo, bro, what's going on? What did you get from Meech?"
When I got locked up, homie, and when I seen where this whole conspiracy was coming from, I laughed at it and I didn't believe in it, and I knew that Meech could come forward and kill the whole conspiracy. Just saying that the conspiracy is based on Meech communicating from Tammy, sending me a truckload of drugs. It's all made up from jail, homie. He could have killed this whole deal. They never had any drugs. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how conspiracy works in this system, in this nasty system. But when Meech shot down the offer, when we sent my attorneys out, he was at FCI Lompoc in California. And he responded back to my attorneys that he didn't want to have nothing to do with nothing, and he stopped communicating with them. So then that told my attorneys right there that Demetrius Flannery is a part of this whole deal. And I couldn't believe it. You feel me? So that's what his response was, that he don't know nothing about all this. Well, Demetrius Flannery has been locked up since 2005, and how are you my unindicted? He's listed in my paperwork, homie, as my unindicted co-conspirator serving 30 years at FCI Lompoc in California. How are you in my paperwork, man? And how are you this famous drug dealer who's in magazines and books and movies, and you are in bed with a government informant that testified in court that she cooperated and set your nigga up, a 30-year partner, to give you a time cut? How are you this celebrity drug lord, but you in bed with a government informant?